Brooklyn Warriors down the Warriors, and it was really the Mariah Durant show. 13 kills, 10 digs, and 4 blocks for Durant, who is a senior opposite side hitter out of Orange, California. And I mean, you add in 5 service aces from Hannah Cadow, the freshman from Valencia, 25 digs from your libero, Sydney Culpepper, and an unheard of 8 blocks from middle blocker Lupe Pinedo, and you have yourself a winning formula. Look for the Warriors to ride that momentum from last night's victory into today's road match against the Oaks. Moving on to your Menlo College Oaks, 5-4, 1-0 in the Golden State Athletic Conference after last night's victory over Hope International. They're under the third-year direction of head coach Denise Sheldon, who has amassed a record of 42 and 24 in her 3 seasons at the helm for the Oaks. And Menlo notched a big win of their own last night, downing Hope International to end a stretch in which they had lost 3 of their last 4 matches. That match was a heavyweight slugfest in every sense of the term, with both teams trading blow after blow, with the Oaks having to play some bonus volleyball in sets 1 and 4, but eventually coming out on top. Although this will give the Oaks some momentum, let's see if there's a residual hangover after playing such a hard-fought match last night, as there may be some tired legs on the court, especially with the Oaks only dressing 9 players. Now, speaking about last night, the Oaks got another big performance at the net by Jaden Scott. The junior middle blocker from Escalon has steadily improved her play in the middle with each game in her 3 seasons dressed as an Oak, and had yet another brilliant game last night, totaling 6 blocks, including 5 block solos. Now, Scott leads the Oaks with 25 total blocks, 10 up on her next closest teammate. If the Oaks can get her to perform the way she has early on all season long, it adds a whole new dimension to their game, as the Oaks will look to pick up more points at the net and have more of a blocking presence. Now, if you look at these 2 teams, they match up very similarly on paper, just like the Oaks and Royals last night. Now, the 7-4 Warriors were beaten by Northwest Christian in straight sets. So were the Oaks. The Warriors fell in 4 to both Southern Oregon and Oregon Tech. So did the Oaks. The Warriors swept Simpson in 3. So did the Oaks. You can see a trend going on there. Now, this all being said, we should have a fun match on hand to watch with these 2 very similarly matched up squads, just like we saw last night against Hope International. Menlo looks to close this one out quickly on their home court, but Life Pacific will be doing everything in their power to force this one to go deep and take advantage of some Oak tired legs. We'll take you through the starters for this match. First, for the visiting Life Pacific University Warriors, they go this way. A 5'8" outside hitter out of Chino Hills, junior number 2, Jordan Bishop. A 5'11" junior outside hitter and libero out of Rancho Cucamonga, and she's dressing as libero today, number 8, Sydney Culpepper. A 5'9" opposite side senior out of Orange, California, number 9, Mariah Durant. 5'8" outside hitter, freshman out of Valencia, California, number 14, Hannah Cadow. 5'9" middle blocker, junior out of Pomona, California, number 17, Lupe Pinedo. A 5'10" freshman middle blocker out of Temecula, California, number 19, Mackenzie Stewart. And a 5'6" junior setter out of Corona, California, number 24, Lanny Mafucci. That's how the Warriors go. Once again, Bishop, Culpepper, Durant, Cadow, Pinedo, Stewart, and Mafucci. And now the starters for your Menlo Oaks. The libero, a 5'5" junior out of Murrieta, California, number 4, Luciana Herrera. 5'9" senior outside hitter out of Alamo, California, number 8, Nicole DiMartino. 5'11" junior middle block out of Escalon, California, number 9, Jaden Scott. 6'2" junior opposite side hitter out of Folsom, California, number 10, Kristen Whitney. 5'10" junior middle blocker out of Aubrey, California, number 11, Abby Briggs. 5'7" senior outside hitter out of Kaneohe, Hawaii, number 13, Moya K. Kaloha. And a 5'4" senior setter out of Hercules, California, number 18, Pamela Dungo. Once again, for the Oaks, they go this way: Herrera, DiMartino, Scott Whitney, Briggs, K. Kaloha, and Dungo. That'll wrap it up here courtside for the Menlo College Women's Volleyball pregame show. About a minute away from first set, but first we'll have the opening announcements. That'll be done by yours truly, Ryan Barnett, pulling double duty today with Brian Brownfield out at the Menlo College women's soccer match. Last we checked, women's soccer leading Simpson 1-0. You're watching Oaks Volleyball here on the Menlo College Sports Network. We return courtside here inside Haynes Shrimp Pavilion, just about underway between the Life Pacific University Warriors on the left side of your screen in their home yellow uniform, or in their visiting yellow uniforms. Your Oaks on the right-hand side of your screen in their home white. Starters once again, first for the visiting Warriors. Number 2, Jordan Bishop. Number 8, Sydney Culpepper, the libero. Number 9, Mariah Durant. Number 14, Hannah Cadow. Number 17, Lupe Pinedo. Number 19, Mackenzie Stewart. And number 24, Lanny Mafucci. Lanny Mafucci back to serve first for the visiting Warriors. The setter, a transfer out of Mount San Antonio College. The lefty opens it up. Keiko Oha. Herrera, bump set to Nicole DiMartino from the middle. It's blocked. Nobody home to cover. Off the hands of Lupe Pinedo. It's a kill for Nicole DiMartino to open things up at 1-0 Oaks. Quick substitution here for the Oaks. Janae Wooten, the sophomore out of Atascocita, Texas, checks on for Kristen Whitney and goes back to serve with the Oaks ahead 1-0. Wooten, the sophomore. Her serve goes just a touch long. She was going for that back corner. Nobody home to return from the Warriors, but the ball fell just a fraction of an inch long. And now back to serve the freshman out of Valencia, Hannah Cadow, with 20 service aces already to her name this season. And make it 21 as she lands one just in, and now the call is reversed. The head referee says it went long, point Oaks. Substitution, Nicole DiMartino off for Lauren Schaefer. The junior out of Yorba Linda now checks on. That is Schaefer to serve, 5'9" junior, outside hitter. Transfers from Fullerton College. Her service cross court is handled there by Bishop. Now an attack from Durant. Herrera was ready. Dungo, short set to Jaden Scott, who slams it home. And the Oaks have built up a 3-1 lead here in set number 1. Back to serve once again, Lauren Schaefer. Schaefer, we talk about it all the time, has that strange little bunny hop serve, but it works well. Very consistent behind the line for the Oaks, and she has 9 service aces. This one down the line handled by Culpepper. Mafucci, back set to Durant. Nice dig there on the back line by the humble Texas native. Block back onto the Oaks side. Keiko Oha get a chance to tip the ball there, but it falls just wide, and that makes it 3-2. Now Sydney Culpepper back to serve. Culpepper, the libero. She hails from Rancho Cucamonga, California. Rancho Cucamonga High School, where she played her prep ball. Knuckleball serve handled by Lauren Schaefer. Bump set Dungo to Keikoa. Cross court off the top of the block, and a nice dig there by Culpepper. An attack from Jordan Bishop handled by Keikoa. Now Jaden Scott, tip piece again. The Oaks look to utilize that again. It was one of their favorite attacks last night, finding open space instead of just slamming it hard into the court. But that one misses wide. Third time the Oaks have missed with that one. We're even up at 3 apiece. Culpepper serve. Schaefer. Dungo, long set to Keikoa. She goes cross court ready with Cadow. Mafucci now sets Jordan Bishop. Cross court, Keikoa, a nice diving dig. Back set on the back line, and it's free balled over. Just a bump attack there by Herrera. And then once again, trading free balls back onto the Oak side. Wooten, Dungo, Keikoa, nicely dug out by Cadow there. Now Mafucci, and ready for that little sly attack was Dungo. Now swinging on it is Jordan Bishop. Good rally here. Schaefer, Dungo to Keikoa. Cross court. There's Culpepper. Will do it again. Mafucci sets the middle blocker. Stewart, it falls in. Stewart with a kill there. She's the leading kill player in the middle for the Life Pacific Warriors. She has 71 on the season. Behind her, Lupe Pinedo with 51. Culpepper holds serve. Sinker, service ace. Too much space there between Lauren Schaefer and Jaden Scott, and it falls between them. Nice long service run here for the Warriors. Sydney Culpepper goes back once more. She has 10 service aces on the year. Keikoa covers some space there. It's mishandled. Now Mafucci has to set Durant, and it's too hot to handle there by Herrera as Keikoa is 2 rows deep into the bleachers before she can get to that ball. 6-3 as we flip-flop the lead here. It's all about Life Pacific early in set 1. Cross-court serve. Keikoa, Dungo, back set to Jaden Scott. Not enough on that one, and it falls back onto the Oak side. It's 7-3 Life Pacific. Culpepper holds serve. So it'll be service number 6 for her in a row. The libero standing at 5'11" out of Rancho Cucamonga. Service handled by Herrera. Dungo Dungo goes with the sly set piece, but ready was Mafucci, and an attack from Durant. Nice backline touch there, but first a whistle blows. Not sure what the call was there, but a violation charge to the Oaks, so now it's 8-3 Life Pacific. They continue this run. Culpepper. Another service ace for her. That's number 11 on the season. Timeout called by Coach Denise Sheldon as the Oaks look to regroup down 6 here in set 1. You're watching Oaks Volleyball here on the Menlo College Sports Network. We return inside Haynes Fritton Pavilion as the Oaks look to regroup coming off of Coach Denise Sheldon's timeout, her first used in the first set. Sydney Culpepper, her 7th service in a row. Dungo backs at Jaden Scott. Nice block there by Jordan Bishop. Now Dungo sets Jaden Scott once more. This time she finds the soft spot in Bishop's block. Give her the kill. And now Jaden Scott goes back after 2 kills early in this match for the junior out of Escalon. We talked a lot about her in the pregame show. Her game has been spot on this season, but she sends her service into the net as the Life Pacific Warriors have double digits first. It's 10-4, and we'll see their first substitution. Checking on number 23, Mariah Puetz, the outside hitter out of Rancho Cucamonga. Mariah Durant back to serve, the opposite side hitter. Her service, Kay Kaloha. Dungo to Abby Briggs. The tip piece is handled by Puetz. Now Jordan Bishop swings on it from the middle. It falls in as the Warriors are finding all sorts of open space in the Oaks defense. 11-4 Life Pacific. Mariah Durant holds serve. The Canyon High School graduate. Her serve. Line drive handled by Schaefer. Dungo back set to Kay Kaloha. It goes wide. Oaks not swinging well so far. A lot of unforced errors for Menlo College. Durant holds serve. As we mentioned, it was the Mariah Durant show last night up in Rockland. She had 13 kills and 10 digs. Beg your pardon, Herrera and Dungo picks up the kill. It's good to see Luciana Herrera back on the court for the Oaks. She missed a few games. Lauren Schaefer dressed as libero in that time, but now the all-reliable Luciana Herrera, the junior out of Murrieta, California, back on the floor in the Navy when the rest of her team dresses in white. Dungo serve, handled there by Cadow, and an attack, no, an illegal set is called first. Point Oaks, as they've pulled back to within 6. It's 6 serving 12. Holding serve, the Oaks happy with this spot, Pamela Dungo. A portrait of consistency for the Oaks behind the line. Dungo's service. Nearly a service ace. A nice heroic dig there by Cato, and it's free balled over by Jordan Bishop. Back set to Kristen Whitney, but she wasn't prepared, so she just takes the standing swing. Now Jordan Bishop takes it over the top of the Oaks block. Give her the kill. A lot of good attackers on this Life Pacific squad when you look at it. Jordan Bishop, Mariah Durant, Hannah Cadow, and Mackenzie Stewart all over 70 kills so far this season. Lupe Pinedo has 51 as well. So a good variety, even distribution of kills as Bishop's serve is mishandled by Herrera. Service ace there for Jordan Bishop as the Oaks look out of sorts. Bishop's 19th service ace on the year, the outside hitter out of Chino Hills. Serve handled by Herrera. Dungo, back set to Keiko Oha. Tip piece off the top of the block. Whistle blows. And let's see who the point was given to. Net violation called on the Oaks. 15-6. Life Pacific making an early statement here inside Haynes frame. Jordan Bishop continues her service run. The 5A outside hitter. Cross court, handled by the libero Herrera. Now Dungo to Keiko Oha over the top of the block. Handled there by Bishop on the back line and swung on by Cadow. She has a kill. 16-6, as it's a double-digit lead here for the Warriors of Life Pacific. Bishop once more from beyond the line. In her third season, dressing in blue and yellow. Bump set backwards to Keiko Oha. She just fans the ball over the net. And a misplayed set there from Puetz. She was looking for number 19, Mackenzie Stewart. Miscommunication. And it falls for an Oaks point. Back on the floor for the Oaks, Nicole DiMartino for Lauren Schaefer. And Moya Keiko Oha back to serve, the service ace leader for your Oaks. Keiko Oha, that standing float serve, handled there by Culpepper, and an illegal set called on Puetz, point Oaks, as Keiko Oha and the Oaks look to claw their way back into this set number 1. They trail by 8 here, 8 serving 16. Keiko Oha has 16 service aces to her name on the year. Down the line there, handled by Bishop. Puetz sets Cadow. It falls wide. Here come the Oaks. 16-9 they trail. Keiko Oha once again, the senior out of Kaneohe, Hawaii. Graduate of the Iolani School in the island of Oahu. Cadow handles the serve. Puetz back set to Bishop. It's into the net. Beg your pardon, that's Durant. Sends it into the net. The Oaks now have double digits on the board, 16-10. A nice little run here on the back of Moya Keiko Oha's service run. Floater, she was looking for some open space. Cadow quickly filled that hole, and an attack and kill by Stewart, the middle blocker and freshman out of Temecula, the state champion, I should say, out of Temecula Valley High School. The 5'10 freshman now goes back to serve. 14 service aces to her name this season. Handled there by DiMartino. Whitney swings on it. Give her the kill. And it's 17-11. That's what the Oaks need to do. They need to go on long service runs of their own. And when they lose a point, limit Life Pacific to only one serve. Let's see if Herrera can get a long service run of her own. Cross court there from Herrera. Mishandled by Durant. Give her the service ace. Luciana Herrera picks up service ace number 10 on the season. Timeout on the floor as the Oaks have cut the deficit to 5. You're watching Oaks Volleyball here on the Menlo College Sports Network. We return inside Haynes Rim Pavilion. A busy week for Menlo College athletics. This is, of course, the second volleyball match of the week. Women's soccer was in action, or is in action today as well, as the service from Luciana Herrera falls in. Culpepper handles it, and an attack from Cadow, too hot to handle by Herrera, and it makes it 18-12. The timeout proving to be a success by Coach Sean Douglas. Back on Lanny Mafucci. She goes back to serve. Top of the service order for the Life Pacific Warriors. Mafucci out of Corona, California. East Southern California, where Corona is, for those of you not familiar with Southern California. The Oaks trying to miraculously get it over the net. They cannot. 4 touches on their side. 19-12 Warriors. Mafucci holds serve. Mafucci, as we mentioned, part of this great recruiting class by Coach Sean Douglas. 9 service aces on the season to her name to go along with 134 assists. And she was quite the star at Mount San Antonio College as Jaden Scott sends it over. Jordan Bishop was ready on the back line. An attack from Cadow. She goes with the tip piece off the top of the Oaks block. It's 20-12 Life Pacific here in set number 1. Mafucci holds serve. The last we checked on the soccer score, it was 1-0 Oaks over Simpson as the lefty Mafucci sends it over. DiMartino. Kay Kawoha bumps it back to DiMartino from the middle of the court. She sends it over. There was Bishop. Now Pinedo gets her first attack. Kay Kawoha bumps it once again to DiMartino, and Culpepper comes up with the dig. Now Durant nicely dug out on the back line by the libero Herrera. Briggs is blocked. There was the setter Dungo to clean up things. Now Briggs blocked again. There was Dungo once more. Kay Kawoha back set to DiMartino. She's blocked. Third time. Let's see if it's a charm for the Oaks. Jaden Scott. Indeed it is. Give her the kill. Janae Wooten back on the floor for the Oaks, replacing Kristen Whitney, and she goes back to serve. Made a mistake earlier. She hails from Humble, Texas. Atascocita High School was where she attended, and she has a service ace, her second of the match. Here come the Oaks once more. 5 points, that's all the Warriors need to close this one out, but we saw it last night, the fight for Menlo College in set 2. That was the one set they dropped. They never quit in a set, no matter how big the deficit. Wooten down the line, handled there by Bishop. Mafucci sets Pinedo, nicely done, getting low was Kay Kawoha. Now DiMartino swings down the line, it falls wide. Football score on our hands, 21-14 on this Saturday afternoon. There's some college football going on, of course, as well. But we're happy to bring you some volleyball action here in Atherton, California. Back to serve, Hannah Cadow. Float serve from Cadow. Kay Kawoha. Dungo sets DiMartino, and there was contact with the antenna. Another attacking error charged to DiMartino. It's 22 serving 14. Number 14, Hannah Cadow, the freshman out of Valencia, back to serve. Cadow's serve goes long. Here come the Oaks with what could be their last serving opportunity. And it'll come off the hand of Lauren Schaefer. I should say the last serving opportunity in set number 1. They trail by 7. Life Pacific 3 points away from closing out the set. Lauren Schaefer looks for a long service run, the junior out of Yorba Linda. Line drive serve goes long. And back to serve, Sydney Culpepper for the Warriors. That's where the trouble started for the Oaks. Culpepper rattled off 8 straight serves to build up a big lead for the Warriors. Her first service is a service ace, and now she'll be back to serve for the set. Culpepper, the 5'11 junior out of Rancho Cucamonga. Set point number 1. Falls just wide. The Oaks hang on by the skin of their teeth. 24-16, and Jaden Scott goes back to serve. Scott floater there. Mishandled by Cadow. Abby Briggs slams it down. The deficit is now 7. Oaks still with their backs against the wall, but behind the line, one of their hottest players in the form of Jaden Scott. Cadow, Mafucci, bump set to Jordan Bishop. It's blocked by the Oaks. It's a 6-point deficit. Scott holds serve. From Escalon, California in the Central Valley. Off the top of the tape, give her the service ace. A nice run here by the middle blocker, Jaden Scott. Can the Oaks pull within 4? Her service, Cadow, Mafucci. She sets Bishop, and just a well-executed play there by Bishop. She didn't go with the swing rather a positional attack going for that back corner. Great effort there by Lauren Schaefer, but she could not get to it. And the Warriors take set one here inside Haynes Prim Pavilion by a final score of 25-19. A valiant effort by Menlo College to come back after trailing by as many as 10. They only fell by 6, but they're going to need to clean up a lot of errors that we saw in set number 1. As we mentioned in the lead-in, it looked like a lot of tired legs on the floor. Give you a run-through of the stats for both squads. First for Life Pacific, they have a pair of players with 3 kills, Hannah Cadow and Jordan Bishop, and 2 with 2 kills, Mariah Durant and Mackenzie Stewart. 10 kills in total on 4 errors on 25 total swings. They're swinging at 24%. 10 assists, 4 from Mafucci, 4 from Pletz, the 2 setters on the squad. 3 service aces from Sydney Culpepper, 4 digs each from Hannah Cadow and Sydney Culpepper, and no blocks for the Warriors. For your Oaks, the kills leader, Jaden Scott with 3. In total, the Oaks 7 kills, 7 errors on 32 swings, so they're hitting at 0%. Those 7 errors overruling the 7 kills. 5 assists from Pamela Dungo, 3 service aces, 1 from Jaden Scott, 1 from Janae Wooten, and 1 from Lauren Schaefer. 3 digs from Moya Kekawoha, and just like the Warriors, no blocks for the Oaks. 90 seconds away from the start of set 2. We'll step aside for a quick break. You're watching Oaks Volleyball here on the Menlo College Sports Network.
Oktoberfest is a great day for alumni, current students, family and friends to all get together. We have a lot going on today. There's so many food trucks here. You can get barbecue, you can get breakfast burritos.
Number 75.
We have arcade games. We have everything you need. Go into the gym, go into the soccer field. All the games are going on throughout the day.
Throughout the day into the evening are all of our varsity athletic teams, and they're either competing against an outside opponent or they're competing against an alumni or an inter squad. The whole goal is, in this weekend, is to be We Are Menlo.
Back here inside Haynes Prim Pavilion, Oaks trailing the Life Pacific University Warriors 1-0. Update from Wunderlich Field, the Oaks leading Simpson University 2-0 now. The first goal was scored by Cassidy Shively, the junior out of Salinas, California, her first, and then she got an assist on the second goal to the senior Ariadna Ramirez. 2-0 Oaks at Wunderlich with just about 25 minutes left to play out there. Brian Brownfield is on the Menlo College Sports Network calling that one on, once again, the Menlo College Sports Network, just like we are here. This is Ryan Barnett bringing you volleyball action. Oaks trail 1-0 to the Life Pacific Warriors, and the Warriors hitting at 24%, the Oaks hitting at 0%, looking to maybe shake off some tired legs, a slow start. Back to serve Luciana Herrera, the junior libero out of Murrieta. Fans beginning to come in here now for set number 2. Noon start time. A nice dig there by Cadow, an attack by Pinedo, but there was the setter, Dungo. Kristen Whitney gets an attack. Culpepper, now Mafucci with that set attack. DiMartino will get a chance to swing. She goes over the top of the block. Mafucci there to clean up. Culpepper to Durant, cross court, give her the kill. First point of set 2 goes to the Warriors. One went to the Oaks before they fell 25-19. Cadow back to serve now for the Warriors. Top of their service order, the freshman out of Trinity Classical Academy. Dungo sets Jaden Scott, give her the kill. Kill leader for the Oaks is Jaden Scott. She now has 4 kills swings and is swinging at 22%. Janae Wooten on, Kristen Whitney off. Wooten back to serve. Lots of ones on the court, tied up at 1. Here in set 2, 1-set lead for the Warriors, number 1 serving. It was handled by Cadow. Now Durant to swing. Nobody home for the Oaks as she splits the 2 defensive specialists, Wooten and Herrera, for the kill. And now Sydney Culpepper back to serve. The Oaks need to find a way to cool off the serve of Sydney Culpepper. Sinker, Keiko'oha gets low to get that one. Bump set to Keiko'oha. Durant handles it. Culpepper, bump set on the back line to Cadow. Finds the hands of Herrera. Dungo to Jaden Scott. Culpepper plays it off the net. Durant tries to recover. She cannot. Point Oaks. And we're even up at 2 apiece in set number 2. Here comes number 2, Lauren Schaefer on for Nicole DiMartino. Lauren Schaefer back to serve. Schaefer was a Fullerton Hornet. Seems to be a common school where a lot of students transfer to some of the SoCal GSAC schools. She made her way up north to Atherton as an illegal set is called. Point Oaks. And man, we're happy to have her here in Atherton. She had a great career at Fullerton College, and now the start of a great career at Menlo. A great defensive player, and really strong with the serve as she shows it off there again. It's handled by Bishop. Durant sets to Cadow, and it's onto the Oak side. Dungo, long set to Keiko'oha. It goes long. Keiko'oha still looking to find her touch as she's swinging now at negative 17%. Durant back to serve, tied up at 3 apiece here in set 2. Standing serve. Dungo sets Jaden Scott, and just an awkward bounce off the block there. It went off of Pletz and then off of Mariah Durant, and eventually falls for a kill at the hands of Jaden Scott. And she goes back to serve. Seems pretty characteristic the last 2 nights. Scott picks up a kill and then goes back to serve. Not sure what the correlation is there as she mishandles a dig. A kill there for, I believe, Stewart, and we're even up at 4 apiece. This was the kind of match we expected to see, back and forth. Now, Life Pacific dominated really in set 1. Let's see how sets 2, 3, 4, and maybe 5 play out. Hopefully in the Oaks case it goes 4 or 5. Now an attack from Abby Briggs. Culpepper just bumps it over with her southpaw, and Briggs this time says, "You're not getting to that one." Give her the kill. Abby Briggs out of Aubrey, California, just northeast of Fresno, and she transferred from Fresno City College. Back on the floor, Kristen Whitney and Pamela Dungo back to serve. Dungo hails from Hercules in her 2nd year with the Oaks after transferring from the City College of San Francisco. Her serve handled by Culpepper. Pletz sets Stewart. Up the pancake dig there was Herrera, but she could not get enough under it. Back to serve. Number 19, Mackenzie Stewart. Stewart, the 5'10 freshman. A middle blocker who can do it all. Her serve handled by Schaefer. Whitney gets an attack, just trying to avoid that antenna. She does. Cadow swings on it. Dungo cleans up the mistouch block. Keiko'oha off the top of the block there was Bishop. Pwett back set to Durant. Whitney, Dungo, back to Whitney. Give her the kill. A little unselfish volleyball. We go Whitney, Dungo, Whitney, and the Oaks regain the lead here in set number 2 as Nicole DiMartino checks back on, and Moya Keiko'oha looks to build a cushion between the Oaks and the Warriors. Now the Oaks just leading by 1. From Kaneohe, Hawaii, Keiko'oha serve handled by Bishop, and an attack and kill by Lupe Pinedo. Pinedo had a brilliant game last night up in Rockland, 8 total blocks as Mariah Pwett steps off and Lanny Mafucci steps on. Mafucci goes back to serve. The southpaw. Mafucci sends it over. Handled by DiMartino. Dungo back to DiMartino. Ball falls wide. We didn't have the angle here. It looked like it could have gone off the block. But the referee said no touch, point Warriors. They've regained the lead at 7-6. Mafucci holds serve. Herrera, Dungo. In the middle, the Briggs, it's back onto the Oak side. DiMartino is there. Dungo now back sets Abby. Briggs, or beg your pardon, that's Kristen Whitney. Pinedo called for a lift. That was just not the best set there from Mafucci. It was behind her, and all Pinedo could do was scoop her hand over before swinging down on it. Evens things up at 7 apiece here in set 2. Even volleyball here in set number 2. As Luciana Herrera back to serve sinker. That one's trouble, but nicely dug out by Cadow. Durant with the tip ball there. Now Whitney sends it over. Cadow recovers. Mafucci just slaps it over the net. Now Whitney again. Give her the kill. Kristen Whitney gives the narrow lead back to the Oaks. That's her third kill on the afternoon. Whitney's out of Folsom, California in the Sacramento area. Herrera back to serve, cross court. Bishop, Mafucci, back set to Cadow. A heroic dig there by Dungo. Whitney gets a chance to swing. Give her the kill. 9-7, Oaks with their largest lead of the set. Herrera cross court. Bishop, Mafucci to Pinedo, and it's just bumped over the net, and nobody was ready to handle it by Life Pacific. The Oaks have taken the lead 10-7. Herrera holds serve, as just like Sydney Culpepper did for Life Pacific, the Oaks with their libero on a long service run. Cadow, her attack goes long. Point Oaks. Coach Douglas, as well as the Warriors, begging for a call that it touched an Oaks player. Referees say no dice. 11-7, the Oaks lead here. Still serving Herrera, the junior. Mafucci bump set to Cadow. It's blocked by the Oaks. Oaks fans wanting a call for 4 touches, saying they didn't touch it. Either way, second time, Warriors can't get it over. 12-7 Oaks. Timeout called by Coach Sean Douglas and the Warriors, as Menlo looking like a new team here in set 2. You're watching Oaks Volleyball here on the Menlo College Sports Network. Oaks ahead by 5 here in set number 2 off a long service run from their junior libero, Luciana Herrera. They'll look to continue to build this cushion. It currently stands at 5 points. Herrera's service, Cadow. Mafucci, a running set to Durant, and it goes off the top of the Oaks block. Give Mariah Durant a kill. Timeout proving to be a success for Coach Sean Douglas, as it curtailed the Oaks momentum. Hannah Cadow back to serve. Cadow out of Valencia. Herrera, Dungo, Whitney, now handled by Cadow. Mafucci sets Jordan Bishop. It goes long, and you can credit that to the blocking duo of Kristen Whitney and Jaden Scott. They got way up there. The only way to get it past the block was to go over, and it just was a little too much on the touch by Jordan Bishop. 13-8 Oaks lead. Back on the floor, Janae Wooten. She goes back to serve. Wooten's serve falls just wide, and that one was right in front of us, and if it missed, it wasn't by much. Nicely placed there by Wooten, who pulled off a brilliant service ace like that a night ago. This time, however, it falls wide. Sydney Culpepper back to serve. Floater handled by DiMartino. Now Dungo back to Keikoha. Backline swing. Nicely dug out by Cadow, and it'll be bumped over the head of Bishop. Free chance for the Oaks. DiMartino swings, and it falls wide. The Oaks trying to go with the down-the-line attacks. They went with that yesterday. It worked against Hope International. Tonight, the Oaks not, or today, I should say, the Oaks not looking as sharp. Culpepper. DiMartino receives. Back set here. Jaden Scott just punches it over the net, and a nice dig there by Durant. She went down to both knees. Culpepper. Mafucci. Back set to Durant. She slams it down. Mariah Durant, a nice kill there as she's continuing her hot play from the victory last night at William Jessup. Substitute here. DiMartino's off for Lauren Schaefer. So the Oaks will do occasionally with that straight outside hitter substitute. When one is having an off night, the other will come in. Schaefer gets her first swing. It's handled by Cadow. Now Mafucci to Jordan Bishop. Slaps it over the net, over the top of the block, in fact. Now Keikoha off of the hands. And a lift called on Keikoha's attack. The set was behind her. She had to do that same scoop that Durant was called for earlier tonight. Or beg your pardon, that was Pinedo. 13-12, Warriors right back in it. Schaefer mishandles it. Mafucci, bump set to Durant. There was on the back line, Janae Wooten. Keikoha swings from the middle. Mafucci, Stewart sets Durant, give her the kill. Not the hardest swing from Durant. She just finds the open space. We're tied up at 13. Timeout called by Coach Denise Sheldon. We'll take the break with him. You're watching Oaks Volleyball here on the Menlo College Sports Network. Update once more from Wonderlic. Women's soccer makes it 3-0 over Simpson with 15 minutes remaining. Megan Giamona from Cassidy Shively as a service ace there is registered by Sydney Culpepper as the Warriors are back on top here in set number 2. And now Nicole DiMartino back on for Lauren Schaefer. As we mentioned, the Oaks will do that. They have that straight substitute outside hitter for outside hitter. Both can play front or back line, DiMartino or Schaefer, to spell each other. Keikoha, Dungo sets it over, but it's blocked. This time she sets it to Jaden Scott. Cadow with a nice dig, and now she'll get a chance to swing on it from the back line. Herrera, Dungo goes with the misdirection piece. Durant was ready. Now Jordan Bishop off the top of the block. And Stewart punches it over, but wide. Mackenzie Stewart, an error there. Her first of the match allows the Oaks to tie it back up at 14. And once again, we'll see the substitute, DiMartino off, Schaefer on, Schaefer back to serve. All knotted up at 14 apiece here in set 2. Schaefer cross court, handled there by Cadow. Mafucci sets Stewart for the kill. She makes up for that error, her third kill of the match. Back ahead are the Warriors by 1. Mariah Pletz on, Lanny Mafucci off. Mariah Durant back to serve. Durant, line drive over the net. Dungo backs at Jaden Scott, no doubt about it. Give her the kill. 15 all here in set 2. Neither team able to pull away. Jaden Scott back to serve. Her service handled by Cadow. Bump set over the head of Pwetz, and Bishop gets a touch on it. Now Kay Koha off the top of the block. Culpepper, Pwetz to Bishop, floater, nobody home for the Oaks. They tried to sell the Kay Koha, got her hand under that one. She did not. Once again, just more open space, it seems, on the Oaks side of the court than on the Warriors side of the court. 16 serving 15. Jordan Bishop back to serve. The Chino Hills native sends it over. Kay Koha, Dungo, Abby Briggs looking for the open space. Heroic dig by Culpepper, but Bishop sends it into the netting. Once again tied up, this time at 16 apiece. Kristen Whitney on, Janae Wooten off, and Pamela Dungo back to serve. Dungo, one of 4 seniors on the roster. Dungo, Kay Koha, Sonata, and DiMartino. Culpepper, one-handed set. You don't see that every day from Pwetz. It's blocked back now onto the Oak side. Kay Koha, and going down to both knees to get it is Bishop. Pwetz once again with one hand, this time sends it over the net. Kristen Whitney swings cross court. Durant, Pwetz to Cadow, not the best set as it was behind her. Now Dungo sets Briggs. Durant with the left-handed dig, a block by the Oaks. Pwetz just sets it over the net, and that is an illegal set. Oaks back ahead, 17-16. Dungo once again to serve. So as we mentioned, 4 seniors, only 3 of them dressed, and that's how it'll be for most of the season, or for all of the season, as Sonata will not be playing this year due to injury. And it's a service ace for the Hercules, California native, Pamela Dungo. The Oaks have pushed their lead back to 2. Dungo looking to stay in that position behind the line to push the Oaks lead back to, it was as much as 5 earlier in the match. Pwetz, back set to Durant, into the net, point Oaks. Timeout on the floor called by Coach Sean Douglas as the Oaks by 3. It's 19-16 here in set number 2. You're watching Oaks Volleyball here on the Menlo College Sports Network. Back here inside Haynes Prim Pavilion, momentum riding with the Oaks off the backs of Pamela Dungo's service run. The Oaks 6 points away from closing out set 2 and evening things up at a set apiece. Dungo's service. Sinker, there was Culpepper, she's everywhere. Cadow gets the kill. Once again, a timeout by Coach Sean Douglas, proving to be a momentum killer for the Oaks. Kenzie Stewart back to serve. Stewart, the middle blocker, one of the pieces added to this squad this season that makes them a step better than they were a season ago. Whitney off the top of the block, Bishop on the back line. Pwetz sends it over. Kay Koha was predicting that. She got a hand on it. Now she'll get a chance to swing at it. Cadow, Pwetz, backline attack from Bishop. Schaefer was there. Back set here to Whitney. Whitney over the block. And Bishop once again, another heroic dig from her. Cadow slaps it over the net. Now Whitney with the chance to attack for the Oaks. Cross court. Pwetz has to set it over the net. Now a set to Abby Briggs. Durant was ready. Good rally here. Cadow. Cross court. Give her the kill. Momentum now shifting back to the Warriors. It's 19-18. As we mentioned, on paper, these two teams extremely evenly matched up. And we're seeing a perfect example of that here in set number 2. Every time it looks like the Oaks pull away, Life Pacific sticks right with him and comes right on back. Service ace there, Mackenzie Stewart off the top of the tape. We're evened up at 19 with number 19, Mackenzie Stewart, behind the line. Stewart, as we mentioned, a state champion. Temecula Valley High School, where they downed Bishop O'Dowd for that state championship. She was going for that tape seeking serve again. She hit it, but it fell back onto the Warrior side, and the Oaks regain the lead and win the race to 20. It's 20-19, and the Oaks could really use a signature Moya Keiko'oha long service run to close set number 2 out. Her first serve, handled by Bishop. Puetz. Back set to Pinedo. She was unprepared, but so were the Oaks. The uncharacteristic set kill from the middle blocker there, and we're tied up at 20 apiece. Lady Mafucci back on. She goes back to serve. Mafucci's service. DiMartino. Dungo. Long set to Abby Briggs. She finds the soft spot in the block. Give her the kill. 21-20, and now it's Luciana Herrera. Herrera has had the longest service run for the Oaks so far in this match. It was 4. She'll need 4 here to close out the set. Durant, her attack goes long. 22-20 Oaks. Herrera, the junior out of Murrieta, cross court. Bishop, Culpepper, Pinedo called for the illegal set. Point Oaks, 2 points away, as Herrera proving to be consistent behind the line. Just what the doctor ordered for the Oaks. They're forcing Life Pacific to make their own mistakes, and they have. Culpepper, Mafucci to Pinedo. Dungo, Keiko'oha, back set to Whitney. It's back onto Life Pacific side. Durant swings on it, and she has a kill. Nearly a heroic effort by Dungo, diving to her left. She gets it up into the air, but just too much on that one as it eventually goes off the back wall. Timeout called by Coach Denise Sheldon, trying to get some last words of encouragement into her Oaks before the close of set number 2. We'll take the break with them. You're watching Oaks Volleyball here on the Menlo College Sports Network. Hannah Cadow back to serve for the Warriors. They trail by 2. The Oaks need 2 points to close out set number 2. DiMartino receives the serve. Dungo to Jaden Scott, return to sender. Nice block there, the combination of Lupe Pinedo and Mariah Durant. Beg your pardon, that fell onto Life Pacific side. So the Oaks now 1 point away. Janae Wooten back to serve. Set point here in set number 2. The sophomore, her service. Cat out to Pinedo onto the Oaks side. Not the prettiest play by Life Pacific. DiMartino swings, it falls back onto the Oaks side. There was Keiko'oha. Dungo to Jaden Scott. Jordan Bishop there. Mafucci back set to Durant, and it goes off the hands of Wooten onto the Warriors side. Bishop swings on it. Keiko'oha, a nice dig. Now Dungo to DiMartino. It's blocked by Durant. This time, no doubt about it. And Sydney Culpepper back to serve with the Warriors' backs against the wall here in set number 2. All the pressure on the libero. She's a senior though, you're sure she's used to that. Dungo tries to get tricky with it. Culpepper a nice save and the kill by Durant. Life Pacific lives to see another point in set 2. Culpepper still serving. Before she'll get the chance, Lauren Schaefer on, Nicole DeMartino off. The Oaks adding a little defense on the back line. Serve into the net, and the Oaks take set 2 by a final score of 25-23. We are even up at 1 set apiece. Both these teams now, it looks like fatigue starting to set in after the late night matches last night. You got to just hope one of these teams can find their second wind going into sets 3, 4, and possibly 5. But really, like we said in the lead-in, these two teams very evenly matched up. And we'll take you through the stats for both teams. First, for the visiting Life Pacific Warriors, leading the way with 9 kills, Mariah Durant. 9 kills on 20 swings, only 3 errors. She's hitting at 30%. 5 kills each behind her from Jordan Bishop and Mackenzie Stewart. Stewart swinging at 67%, Bishop swinging at 5.3%. 11 assists for Mariah Pletz, 1 ahead of Lanny Mafucci, the 2 setters on this roster for Life Pacific. 4 service aces for the libero Sydney Culpepper. She also leads the way with digs. She has 10, 9 from the freshman Hannah Cadow, and 8 each from Mariah Durant and Jordan Bishop. 1 block in the match for Life Pacific. It was the combination of Mariah Durant and Lupe Pinedo. For your Oaks, the kills leader Jaden Scott with 8 on 15 swings, only 2 errors. She's swinging at 40%. Behind her, 5 from Kristen Whitney on 16 swings, but she's yet to commit an attacking error. 14 assists from Pamela Dungo, 3 service aces still for the Oaks. 1 from Jaden Scott, 1 from Janae Wooten, and 1 from Luciana Herrera. The digs leader, 7 from Luciana Herrera, just behind her. Lauren Schaefer has 6 and 5 from Pamela Dungo. The Oaks still not a block in the match. Life Pacific swinging at 13.3%, your Oaks swinging at 7.9%. We're about 3 minutes away from the start of set 3, so we'll step aside for a break. Be back with more volleyball action. You're watching Oaks Volleyball here on the Menlo College Sports Network.
The students came here having known each other only a week on campus. We put them on some big buses, drove them 2 hours north to Petaluma.
We wanted this to be an opportunity for them to talk to people that they might not otherwise get the chance to. Maybe students of a different major, students from a different sports team.
What's really unique about Walker Creek Ranch is that many of our students have never been to a place like this or experienced an opportunity like this, and to see them get off the bus and see their faces has been really phenomenal.
Being out on a retreat like this is being able to break down the walls and break down the barriers that sometimes separate us as we're getting to know each other.
The students have seen foxes, coyotes, deer, lizards. They're everywhere, and the students have been really excited about it.
No touch with the outside world, just get to settle down and just become friends and family with the people around.
But then after being here, you're forced to split up into groups and go away from your mates, so then you just meet heaps of people. I know almost everyone here.
Watching them play all the games without their phones attached to them has been so much fun, watching everybody connect.
College is a very uncertain time, and one of the biggest challenges is making new friends. And bringing the students up to Walker Creek Ranch has really provided the opportunity for them to do that. All students got to participate in team building activities. They got to go on a tightrope, go on a spiderweb course. There was a ski activity.
They had to crawl through the rope without touching it. And then another one was they were placing logs down and trying to go across it.
No Wi-Fi, no cell phones, no computers. Just you and the friends you will share the most important 4 years of your life with. They'll be there in good times and bad, Stories of spooky campfires, truth or dare. Stories and experiences you won't be forgetting anytime soon.
We return inside Haynes Prim Pavilion. No early afternoon off for either of these teams. We'll see at least 4 sets, maybe 5 between these two teams, as we are evened up at 1 set apiece between the Oaks and the Life Pacific Warriors. As we mentioned, it looks like fatigue starting to set in for both squads. Which team will find their second wind first? We are right of set 3, the 6 on the court for the Oaks. Keiko'oha, Herrera, and DiMartino on the back line. Up front, Jaden Scott, Kristen Whitney, and Pamela Dungo. And the serve first, it's Lanny Mafucci. Joining her on the back line, Sydney Culpepper and Jordan Bishop. Up front, Mariah Durant, Lupe and Hannah Cadow. Mafucci serves, there was DiMartino. Dungo back set, back to DiMartino. Give her the kill. Oaks take the first point of set 3. That's a promising sign to see DiMartino picking up the early kill. Kristen Whitney off, Janae Wooten on. Looking at DiMartino's numbers, that's her 3rd kill on 13 swings, but she still has 5 errors tonight, 5 attacking errors. Janae Wooten back to serve. Down the line, nearly a service ace. Jordan Bishop cleans it up now. Durant finds the open space, and like we keep saying, it just seems like there's so much more open space on the Oaks side of the court. Cato now back to serve. 1-1 in this 1-1 match. The serve goes long. Point Oaks. They take the lead back at 2-1. And let's see if we'll have another back and forth set like we did in set 2, or if one team pulls away like Life Pacific did in set 1. Schaefer back on for DiMartino. She goes back to serve. Lauren Schaefer out of Yorba Linda. Shares a hometown with former U.S. President Richard Nixon. Durant, give her the kill. 2-2 our score. Back to serve, Sydney Culpepper. Once again, the Oaks struggled with Sydney Culpepper's serve. She has 4 service aces so far on the day. Keiko'oha sends one over the block. On the back line ready. Mafucci sets Bishop. Wooten called for a lift there. Ball caught her in an awkward position after caroming off the top of the net. 3 serving, 2. Culpepper holds serve. Floater there. Schaefer, Dungo, Jaden Scott off the top of the block. Give her the kill. Jaden Scott doing her best to keep the Oaks in this match. She has 9 kills to lead all Oaks on the afternoon. Serve, mishandled there by Bishop, but Mafucci gets low for the dig. Dungo sets Keiko'oha, cross court. Culpepper was there. Mafucci, backline attack from Cadow, goes long. Point Oaks. 4-3 Menlo leads. Jaden Scott back to serve. Seems like the first time today we've called Jaden Scott's name behind the line, and she's not coming off of a big kill. Mafucci sets Durant. She plays it perfectly off the top of the block there. Nobody home for the Oaks to clean that up. 4-4 as Mariah Pret steps on, replacing Lanny Mafucci. Mariah Durant back to serve. Keiko'oha, Dungo, Abby Briggs, who sends it over the block. And now Jordan Bishop does the same. Dungo this time, Briggs sends it off the top of Stewart, and Durant sends it into the net. You can see she's visibly frustrated with herself as the Oaks take the lead at 5-4, and Janae Wooten steps off the court. On comes Kristen Whitney. Pamela Dungo back to serve. You know, I say every time Dungo goes back behind the line, all reliable, but the Oaks have quite a few consistent servers on this roster. This serve is handled by Cadow. Pretz a bump to, I believe that was Stewart. Now, Schaefer sets Keiko Oha on the back line. Culpepper was there. Now an attack from Bishop, and it goes long. Point Oaks. And we had conflicting signs between our two referees, and they'll go now point Warriors, and now we're tied up at 5 apiece. I guess they'll say the ball made contact with Lauren Schaefer. Bishop serves. Schaefer. Dungo. Bump set to Kei Koloha. Durant sends it into the rafters. Always a tough ball to play, but able to get the bump set was Bishop. Herrera. Dungo. Back to Whitney. She had to wait for that one to come down, and the Oaks keep the ball alive. Well done, Menlo College. Miraculously getting under that one, Diana Herrera, and the Warriors thought they heard a whistle because they were celebrating. The Oaks just find the open space on the court, and they're able to regain the lead at 6-5. Moya Keiko'oha back to serve. Keiko'oha, that knuckling serve. Abby Briggs slams it down. Give her the kill. Keiko'oha once more. Before she'll get a chance to serve, some moisture being taken off the court on the Warriors side. In that time, Coach Sheldon will use a chance to talk to her setter, Pamela Dungo. Cross-court serve handled by Cadow. Pretz, back set to Durant. Keiko'oha, bump set there by Herrera, mishandled. And whistle blows, net violation called on the Oaks. Not much more that Tino can do there, trying her best, but she was quite literally on the net there. Makes it 7-6. Back to service Stewart, DiMartino, Dungo, back to DiMartino, but there was Cadow. Pretz sets Bishop on the back line, and she'll pick up a kill. Falls in, 7-all. Lauren Schaefer on for Nicole DiMartino. And back to serve Mackenzie Stewart once again. 7-all, Stewart serves. Herrera, Dungo had a long way to go to pick up that set, and Schaefer gets the rare swing on it. Pinedo swings now for the Warriors. There was Herrera, now Whitney off the top of the block. Bishop adjusts on the back line. Durant sends it through the blocking duo of Schaefer and Briggs. Give her the kill, and Life Pacific back on top. It's 8-7. Mackenzie Stewart once again to serve. Ahead now, 8-7 are the Warriors. Third serve from Stewart, and it falls long. Heads up play there by Schaefer. She backs up, she backs up, she backs up, and then her libero, Luciana Herrera, calls her off at the last minute. She knows to get out of the way, and we're evened up at 8 apiece thanks to the service error from Mackenzie Stewart. Herrera serves. Cross court, Bishop, Pretz, back set to Pinedo. Nobody home for the Oaks. That's happened too many times tonight. This time, two defenders split. It was Dungo and Herrera. Mafucci back on the floor. She will serve. Mafucci, the left-handed setter. Schaefer handles it, and she'll get a chance to swing as well. She's blocked. Nicely cleaned up there by the libero, Luciana Herrera. Bump set, Dungo to Kristen Whitney on the back line to handle that one. Bishop once more, and a masterful Cadow makes it 9-8 Warriors. Timeout on the floor called by Coach Denise Sheldon. We'll take it with him, and it's 10-8, beg your pardon, Warriors. You're watching Oaks Volleyball here on the Menlo College Sports Network. Lanny Mafucci continues her service run for Life Pacific, ahead now 10-8 in set number 3. Let's see what words of advice Coach Shelton had for the Oaks to try and calm them down and get some momentum going on their side. Schaefer, a nice dig. Whitney will swing on it over the top of the block, give her the kill. What the Oaks needed right there, a big kill. Kristen Whitney comes up with it. She'll check off now as Janae Wooten will come on to serve. Trailing by 1, it's 9 serving 10 here in set number 3. Wooten service down the line, handled by Bishop. Mariah Durant, a bump set back to Bishop and a free chance for the Oaks. No, it'll be an illegal set there called on Bishop, and we're evened up at 10 apiece. 10 all our score in set number 3. 1 set apiece here in the match between these two evenly matched Golden State Athletic Conference foes. Janae Wooten serve into the net. And now Hannah Cadow, the freshman out of Valencia, back to serve. Valencia, of course, in the Santa Clarita Valley, same place as the Masters University, but she made her way to San Dimas to play at Life Pacific. Keikoha, Dungo to Jaden Scott, give her the kill. Jaden Scott is taken over as an offensive force for the Oaks here in this match. Lauren Schaefer back to serve. Schaefer sends it over, handled there by Culpepper. And an attack for Jordan Bishop, sneaks under the outstretched arms of Luciana Herrera. Pepper back to serve. One thing we'll be sure about because next season they will miss Culpepper. Keikoha is blocked by Mackenzie Stewart and Mariah Durant to make it 13-11. Stewart, or beg your pardon, Culpepper, she's a senior, so is Mariah Durant. So 2 stars definitely for Life Pacific, who only got a couple of seasons of GSAC action as Herrera handles this one. And a nice kill there by Moya Keikoha, finding the open space on the court once again. The Oaks choosing to go with finesse over power, and that usually is worked to their advantage. 12 serving 13, Jaden Scott back to serve. Down the line, handled by Bishop. Mafucci sets Bishop, cross court, right to the arms of Keikoha. Dungo to Abby Briggs. It falls wide. Once again, those finesse touches from the Oaks coming a lot more fruitfully yesterday against Hope International. Tonight, the touch is not as sharp. A lot of attacking errors for the Oaks. Durant sends it over. Handled by Schaefer, now Dungo to Keikoha over the top of the block. Cadow, Pwetz, sets Bishop, it's off the top of the block, and recovering was Dungo. Keikoha swings on it again, cross court. Culpepper all the way to the ground to get that one. Bumped over the head of Bishop to get it over. Dungo, Briggs, it falls wide once again. (15 serving 12. Mariah Durant holds serve. As we were saying, Durant's a senior, as is Culpepper, as well as Amanda Belzel, who we have not seen in this match. Keikoha bump set to Lauren Schaefer on the back line. Durant on the back line receives. Briggs sends it over. Now Wooten has to just set it over. Difficult ball, nicely handled by Bishop. Durant from the back line. Long. Oaks trying to claw their way back into set 3. They trail by 2, and Kristen Whitney back on the floor with Pamela Dungo back to serve. The Oaks bury so many good servers in the bottom of their service lineup. I mean, between Dungo, Herrera, and Keikoha, it's just really well done strategically by Coach Sheldon. Sinker there, Culpepper. Cat out, now Stewart, and there was Schaefer. Back set, Dungo to Kristen Whitney off the block. Bishop gets there, now Culpepper has to send it over. Schaefer, Dungo, Whitney, handled by Durant. Stewart with the back set into the net by Bishop. Point. It's a 1-point deficit Dungo continues to serve. The Oaks need to pull away here. They cannot let Life Pacific hang around in this set. They need to take the lead on a serve and then continue to build a cushion. Puetz to Stewart, Schaefer right to her arms. Now Keiko'oha cross court, too hot to handle. And Moya Keiko'oha looks like she's turning up the heat inside Ainsworth Pavilion. It's 15-all. Lanny Mafucci back on the floor. Pamela Dungo continues her service run. The senior out of Hercules. It goes just long, and that's not what the Oaks needed from their senior setter behind the line. Jordan Bishop back to serve. Bishop, a junior, she'll be back next year. A lot of talent returning. As we mentioned, only 2 seniors graduating for Hope Internet or for Life Pacific. Herrera, Dungo to Keiko'oha. Completely missed touch there. She did not time out her jump. Got the fingertips and sent it a mile long, did Keiko'oha. Bishop goes back to serve once more. A lot of talented attackers, as we said, even with Durant graduating. Briggs, her attack once again falls wide as that a corner off the middle has not worked out for the Oaks as planned. 18 serving 15. Bishop handled by Schaefer. Tough one there, so hats off to her. Wing on it, sending it over in one touch was Cadow. Dungo, and she's blocked. Can the Oaks get it over? They do. Briggs punches it over the net. Now Puetz sets Cadow this time. Cadow makes it, no doubt. 19-15 Warriors. It looks like a timeout may be called here by Coach Sheldon. She will not take it yet as the Oaks trail by 4. Bishop continuing to serve. Jordan Bishop, 5'8" junior. It long. A big help for the Oaks. The unforced error there by the junior Jordan Bishop. And now Moya Keiko'oha will try and once again claw the Oaks back into set number 3. She's done this so many times in her 4 years for the Oaks. One of the best servers in Oaks history. Durant sends it over off the hands of Briggs. Dungo sets Lauren Schaefer. Gets it over the block, but Durant was right behind him. Cadow is blocked. Culpepper, Puetz, and this time it goes off the hands of Abby Briggs. A kill for Mackenzie Stewart. 20-16 Warriors. Mackenzie Stewart back to serve. Stewart sets serve, goes long once again. Unforced errors bailing out the Oaks. Luciana Herrera back behind the line for Menlo College. The junior libero. She's dressed as libero the past 2 seasons for Menlo College. Before that, served as a defensive specialist behind Hannah Hudson. Schaefer, Dungo to Whitney off the top of the tape. And maybe a little luck there, but she gets the kill. Lanny Mafucci steps back on the floor, replacing Mariah Puetz. 18 serving 20. Herrera holds serve. The Southern California native trying to notch another win for the Oaks against the SoCal school. There's so many of them in the GSAC. Mafucci sets Cadow off the top of the block. There's Dungo. Keiko'oha to Whitney, handled by Culpepper. Backline swing from Bishop. Dungo's there to clean it up. Keiko'oha, bump set to Schaefer off the top of the block. Bishop handles it. Now Mafucci sets it over the net. Keiko'oha set to Whitney once more. Culpepper there again. Mafucci to Cadow, give her the kill. The freshman leading her team, and they're excited for her. Mafucci back to serve, ahead by 3, 21-18 here in set number 3. Schaefer, Dungo, back to Schaefer, and it went off the net. The Oaks trying to sell it that it was a block. 22-18, timeout on the floor. You're watching Oaks Volleyball here on the Menlo College Sports Network. Lanny Mafucci continues her service run for Life Pacific. 3 points away from taking set 3 and putting the Oaks backs against the wall in set 4. Keiko Oha, Dungo to Kristen Whitney, trying to find some open space. The door quickly closed by Durant. Dungo, Jaden Scott to Whitney. And that's too hot to handle for Mafucci, give her the kill. And now Whitney, for the first time today, will go behind the service line instead of Janae Wooten. Whitney has served for the Oaks this season. Hasn't always been just a sub off for Wooten. And there comes up with a pretty good one. She handles the dig as well. Dungo sets Schaefer, give her the kill. 22-20, the Oaks refusing to go away. Whitney holds serve. As we were mentioning, Whitney does have 1 service ace to her name this season, along with 71 kills and 20 digs. Her service handled by Culpepper this time. Mafucci back sets a cat out. It falls wide. 1 point differential here. 21-22. Can the Oaks complete the comeback and take set 3? Momentum would be all in favor of the Oaks then in set 4 if they could. Line drive handled by Culpepper. Mafucci again to Durant off the top of the block. Schaefer's there. Dungo back set to Jaden Scott. She just flicks it over and it's back onto the Oaks side. Keiko Schaefer back to Keiko on the block. Set from Herrera and an attack. Give her the kill. Lauren Schaefer. We're tied up at 22. Timeout on the floor called by Coach Sean Douglas. It's anybody's set here. 22 all in set 3. You're watching Oaks Volleyball here on the Menlo College Sports Network. .22 all here in set number 3. Kristen Whitney back to serve. 1 set apiece between the Oaks and the Life Pacific Warriors here in Haynes Prim Pavilion. And Whitney sends it a mile long. 23-22. Life Pacific regains the lead. We've got a final score update at Wunderlich Field. Menlo down Simpson 4-0. Goals coming from Megan Giamona, Cassidy Shively, Ariadna Ramirez, and Madison Brunn. The Oaks sneak the ball over the net there as Bishop gets a dig. The Oaks recover. Dungo to Jaden Scott, give her the kill. 23 all, and the fans love it here inside Ames Rim Pavilion. Not an Oaks fan left sitting. Lauren Schaefer back to serve. Can the Oaks close out these next 2 points? The junior from Yorba Linda behind the line. Lauren Schaefer, her service. It goes long. And now the Oaks with their backs against the wall with the Warriors' strongest server going back. It's Sydney Culpepper with all 4 of her service aces so far. Her serve, a floater. Schaefer, Dungo with the set piece, no. Set is called. Point Warriors, they take set number 3. And that'll end it at 25-23. We'll head to set 4, but step aside for a quick break first. You're watching Oaks Volleyball here on the Menlo College Sports Network. One minute away from the start of set number 3. We'll take you through the stats. First for Life Pacific, 13 kills for Mariah Durant. Behind her, 9 from Jordan Bishop, 7 from Hannah Cadow, and 6 from Mackenzie Stewart. 17 assists each from Lanny Mafucci and Mariah Puetz. 4 service aces for Sydney Culpepper, and 16 digs for Sydney Culpepper. 2 total blocks from Mariah Durant. The Life Pacific Warriors are swinging at 14.9%. For your Oaks, kills leader Jaden Scott, 11 kills for her, 8 kills behind her, Kristen Whitney. The Oaks are swinging at 10.4%. 22 assists from Pamela Dungo, a service ace each from Jaden Scott, Janae Wooten, and Luciana Herrera, and 12 digs from Lauren Schaefer to lead the way for the Oaks. The Oaks still have not registered a block in the match as they now play with their backs against the wall in set number 4, down 2-1. The Oaks will start the set with the same 6 on the floor. Dungo, Kay Ko'oha, Herrera, Jaden Scott, Abby Briggs, and Nicole DiMartino. The 6 on the court for the Warriors: Lanny Mafucci, Hannah Cadow, Sydney Culpepper. see who else we have here. Lupe Pinedo, Mariah Durant, and Jordan Bishop. Back to serve first for the Oaks, Luciana Herrera. Herrera's serve, cross court, Culpepper. Now Mafucci, back set to Cadow. There was Kay Kaloha covering some ground. Jaden Scott with the kill to open up the match. It's been all about Jaden Scott in this match. 12 kills on 22 swings, only 2 errors. She's swinging at 45%. The Oaks middle blocker has been spectacular. She needs some of her teammates to follow suit. Mafucci sets Durant. Keikoa comes up with the diving dig. Now Whitney, and Whitney makes contact with the net. Bad break for the Oaks there, as it looked like they were setting up for a good defensive possession. Mistake touch there by Kristen Whitney, evens things up at 1 apiece. Hannah Cadow back to serve. Cross court, DiMartino. Jaden Scott, the bump set, onto the other side, Durant. Cadow back to serve once again, now ahead 2-1, both in the set and in the match. Line drive, Keikoa, Herrera. Backline attack, falling back was Whitney. Culpepper, back set to Pinedo, she's blocked, but recovers. Now an attack from Bishop. DiMartino, Dungo to Whitney. It's right into the block. Pinedo and I believe that was Bishop combined for the block. 3-1 Warriors, but first we'll see DiMartino off and Lauren Schaefer on to play the back line with Keikoa and Herrera. Cadow serve. Her serve goes long, ducking out of the way there was Herrera. Heads up play by the libero. 1 point differential, and Kristen Whitney will continue to serve for the Oaks, not Janae Wooten. Whitney looking for her second career service ace as an Oak. Instead, she'll have another service error, her second of the match. And now, Whitney will step off for Janae Wooten. Culpepper back to serve. Looking to add to her impressive 4 service ace total tonight. Schaefer, Dungo to Jaden Scott. There was Dungo to clean it up. Now Keikoa back set to Schaefer. A nice finesse touch there from Lauren Schaefer, finding the open space on the hardwood. And now she goes back to serve. Schaefer, her service, cross court, handled by Cadow. Now an attack from Bishop off the top of the block, give her the kill. Too much for the Oaks to handle there. The swing from Jordan Bishop. Mariah Puetz on, Lanny Mafucci off. Now Mariah Durant back to serve. Ahead 5-3. Durant's floater serve. Herrera. Dungo, bump set to Keikoa, swings on it from the middle. There was Culpepper, an easy attack to read. Wooten, Dungo to Keikoa, give her the kill. Four serving 5, Jaden Scott back to serve for the Oaks. She's cemented herself into this serving lineup after not having much of a chance behind the line a couple of seasons ago. Puetz, long bump set, and just slapping at it was Bishop. Nobody home for the Oaks, give her the kill. 6 serving 4, Jordan Bishop, after that uncharacteristic standing kill, gets herself a chance to serve. 5'8" outside hitter. As we mentioned, this team's average height just a little bit over 5 feet 9 inches tall. It doesn't matter for them. They get all sorts of attacks from all sorts of angles. Backline attack here from Bishop, and she has another kill. 7-4 Life Pacific. Bishop holds serve. We'll have a substitute here. DiMartino back on the floor for Schaefer. Whistle blows as Bishop sends in the serve before the ball was blown into play. There's no penalty for that, just a reserve. Although you can hear some of the Menlo College men's basketball team in attendance calling for a yellow card. They must have spent a little too much time at that soccer match in which the Oaks down Simpson 4-0. Bishop's serve goes long. Oaks with a chance to try and get back level on the service of Pamela Dungo as Kristen Whitney back on to play the front line with Keiko'oha and Briggs. 5 serving 7. Dungo back to serve. Cross-court floater handled by Bishop. Pwet in the middle to Stewart. Once again, the open space is too much on the floor for the Oaks, as it's a kill there for Stewart just with the little flick of her wrist. Stewart now goes back to serve. Serve looked like it was going wide just in case DiMartino played it. Keiko'oha give her the kill. And now she goes back to serve. Moya Keiko'oha trying to find her footing. It's been a rough afternoon for her so far, but trying to make up for it here in what she hopes will be the final 2 sets of an Oak victory. We shall see. Pinedo sets Cal out. It goes long. Life Pacific can't believe it. They were sure there was a touch. The entire team on the floor, the bench, and their coach out on the court pleading for that call. Didn't look like a touch from our angle here. And now the ball is blown back in. Keiko'oha's serve, sinker, handled by Cadow. Pwet, back to Cadow. It goes long. Back even at 8 apiece. You know, maybe that's what the Oaks needed, just a momentum swinging play. The fans are loud here. It's tied up at 8-all. The unforced errors from Life Pacific, the Oaks utilizing them for momentum. Durant there handles it. Looks like she wasn't ready for that. Cadow swings. Keiko'oha. Dungo. Back set to Whitney. She's blocked, but there was Herrera. Now Dungo long set to DiMartino. Give her the kill. 9-8. Oaks have their first lead since 1-0 here in set number 4. Keiko'oha holds serve. Line drive. Bishop. Pwetz sets Pinedo in the middle. Soft touch, and there was the libero, Herrera. Briggs trying to get a kill. Not getting it past Culpepper. Cadow with the tip ball, and there was Dungo. Keiko'oha sets Whitney. It's handled by Bishop. Now Pwetz to Pinedo in the middle again. Not much behind that one. Dungo trying to come up with the finesse piece. Culpepper was ready. Bishop with the backline attack. Give her the kill. Evened up at 9 apiece. More back and forth volleyball here inside Hainstrom Pavilion, and we've become used to it these last 2 days. Lady Mafucci back to serve, the junior transfer from Mount San Antonio College. DiMartino, Dungo, Whitney, there's Culpepper. Mafucci bump sets it to Cadow. Too much mustard on that one. The Oaks have double digits here in set number 4. They're up 10-9, and Luciana Herrera back to serve. The junior has gotten better and better with every set she's played in navy and silver. Durant sends it over the net. Nice movement there by Dungo. DiMartino gets a swing. She's blocked. Dungo back to DiMartino. She's blocked again. And that finds the line. A beautiful block solo by Mariah Durant that just falls in. Hannah Cadow back to serve. Freshman out of Valencia, California. She was a Trinity Classical Academy Knight in The Oaks have been able to sustain that 1-point lead. They just got to pull away here. They really need a quick set victory if they want to save up some energy for a set number 5. Whitney serves cross court. Cadow. Mafucci. Back Back set to Durant. She slams it down. It's been all about Durant this entire weekend. A huge game at William Jessup, and she continues her red-hot play. Back to serve, Sydney Culpepper, all knotted up at 11 here in set number 4. Culpepper sends it over the net. DiMartino, Dungo to Jaden Scott. She's blocked. Scott cleans it up. Keiko bumps that to DiMartino cross court. There's Culpepper. Now Mafucci. Backline attack from Cadow. Blocks there by Jaden Scott, and it's back onto the Oaks side. Keiko, it goes long. Culpepper holds serve. 12 serving 11. Culpepper service over the tape. Keiko, Dungo, DiMartino off the top of the block, sticking out the southpaw there was Culpepper to get the dig, and a nice kill there. I believe that's Jordan Bishop, makes it 13-11, Life Pacific. Timeout called by Coach Denise Sheldon as the Oaks trail 13-11 here and 2-1 in set number 4. So we'll step aside for a break. You're watching Oaks Volleyball here on the Menlo College Sports Network. Back here inside Haynesbrim Pavilion, this is Ryan Barnett. The Oaks needing a point in a big way here, down by 2 in set number 4. Sydney Culpepper on one of her long service runs. And the Oaks really need to find a way to end this run for Life Pacific. Brief pause in our action there as our referee comes over to speak with our table here. Have the fans maybe cool down a little bit inside Haynesbrim Pavilion. In his words, they're getting a little out of hand. Maybe creating an extra home court advantage that would be unfair. Keiko sets it over the net. Mafucci, Culpepper, back set to Bishop. Herrera. Dungo to DiMartino. She's blocked. Jaden Scott's there to clean things up. DiMartino, second time is a charm. Give her the kill. And now the head referee overrules the assistant referee. That will be an attacking error from DiMartino. And now the AR will go over and speak to our head referee, the one who ruled the ball in play. Much to the pleading of Coach Sheldon. Let's see what the final rule is on it. A point has not been added either way to the scoreboard. So it still stands at 13-11. It will either be 14-11 Life Pacific or 13-12. And now the point given to Menlo College. 13-12 our score. Well done by our scoreboard operator down there, Ravian Jones. Always a point of confusion there when one referee points one way, the other points the other. She was right on it. 12 serving 13. Lauren Schaefer back on for Nicole DiMartino after that big kill. Schaefer looks for a long service run. Cross court. Bishop. Mafucci. Back to Durant. She's blocked, but it falls wide. Mariah Durant has been outstanding tonight. Benny Mafucci off, Mariah Puetz on at the setter position. And the aforementioned Durant back to serve. Standing serve. Herrera. Dungo to Keiko'oha. Give her the kill. 13-14. Oaks trail by 1. Keiko'oha trying to find a way to heat up. That could be the difference maker late in this match. Jaden Scott serves. Handled by Bishop. Back set to Durant, but mishandled. There was Wooten. Dungo to Keiko'oha. Whistle blows. Net violation called. Didn't see the player who made contact with the net, but back to a 2-point lead for the Warriors. 10 points away from closing out this match is Life Pacific. Jordan Bishop back to serve. Bishop's service. Schaefer. Dungo to Abby Briggs over the top of the block. There was Pletz. Now Culpepper. Cadow. And a beautiful finesse touch by Cadow, finding the open hardwood. 16-13 Life Pacific. Bishop holds serve. Ayala High School in Chino Hills, now Life Pacific for year number 3, the outside hitter. Standing at 5 feet 8 inches tall. Jump serve from her. Schaefer. Dungo to Keiko'oha. Off the top of the block, give her the kill. Another one from Keiko'oha. Dungo back to serve. Kristen Whitney back on the court. So the Oaks with 2 of their 3 most explosive offensive weapons on the floor. The one who's not on Kristen Whitney, or beg your pardon, is Jaden Scott. Pletz in the middle to Stewart. A nice dig there. Full somersault from Dungo. Keiko'oha gets it over the net. Pletz sets Cadow. She's blocked it. Falls wide. Point Life Pacific. Back to serve Mackenzie Stewart. Oaks down by 3 here in set number 4. Trying to come back and force a set number 5. Stewart. Schaefer handles it. Dungo back set. Keiko'oha. Give her the kill. Moya's heating up. That rocket launcher of a right arm looks like it's finally loosening up for the Oaks. DiMartino back on. Keiko'oha back to serve. Oaks down by 2. Keiko'oha sends it over. Bishop handles it. Whistle blows. An illegal set called. 1-point differential again. And Keiko'oha, who's been red hot in these later sets, is heating up behind the line. Can the Oaks even it up at 17? Keiko'oha serve. Line drive into the net. Back to a 2-point for Life Pacific. Lanny Mafucci on to serve for Mariah Pletz. Both of these setters have been fantastic for LPU. DiMartino comes up with a big dig and an illegal set there called on Pamela Dungo. Back to a 3-point cushion for the Warriors. DiMartino off, Lauren Schaefer on. 19 serving 16, Mafucci serve. Floater, Herrera, Dungo to Kristen Whitney. There was Mafucci. Now Culpepper to Lupe Pinedo. Off the head of Whitney on the block. Now Schaefer. Block falls wide. Give Lauren Schaefer the kill. 17-19. Back on the floor, Jaden Scott. And now you have your 3 offensive weapons on the floor. Keiko'oha, Scott, and Briggs. The Oaks in attack from any position on the court now. And back to serve. Luciana Herrera, who's been red hot today. Kristen Whitney slams it down to make it back to a 1-point game. Herrera holds serve. Down by 1 are the Oaks. They need this long run from Herrera. Cross court off the tape. It's sent over the net. Here comes a setup for the Oaks. Jaden Scott. Culpepper sends it over to Mafucci. Now Cadow. Keiko'oha. Dungo to Jaden Scott again. Jordan Bishop on the back line. Mafucci to Durant, and she is just too good for LPU. Mariah Durant, yet another masterful kill. 2 straight nights of double-double for Life Pacific. Hannah Cadow, the freshman, back to serve. 20 serving 18. Can the Oaks find their way back? Serve goes long, unforced errors keeping the Oaks alive. 19 serving 20, Kristen Whitney back to serve. It will be Whitney, it will not be Wooten. Whitney has committed service errors on her last 2 serve attempts. Culpepper, Mafucci to Bishop, soft touch, Whitney's there. Now Jaden Scott sets Schaefer, Durant, a bump set to Cadow, free ball over. Here's an attacking opportunity for the Oaks. Dungo to Jaden Scott, give her the kill, we're tied up at 20. Kristen Whitney turning it on for the Oaks as she continues to serve. It's anybody's set here, 20 all in set number 4. The Oaks looking to force set 5. Light Pacific trying to get out of here in 4. Service ace, Kristen Whitney. Timeout on the floor, 21-20. Oaks have regained the lead late in set number 4. Have they found their second win? Stay tuned to find out. You're watching Oaks Volleyball here on the Menlo College Sports Network. (21-20), the Oaks trying to force a set number 5 here on Saturday afternoon. Kristen Whitney continues her service run. The Oaks have just regained the lead for the first time in quite a while. It's handled by Cadow, an attack from Durant. She slams it down. When LPU gets a chance for Durant to swing, it's money in the bank for them. Back to serve, Sydney Culpepper. This spells trouble for the Oaks. Culpepper a floater. Jaden Scott, Dungo, back to Scott. She's blocked and just has to bump it over the net. Mafucci backs that to Durant. Like I said, money in the bank for Durant. Another key kill for her late in this match. (22 serving 21). Keikoha, Dungo to Schaefer over the top of the block. Jaden Scott slams it down. 22 all. Schaefer back to serve. Lots of 2s on the board and behind the line. Number 2, Lauren Schaefer back there. The junior out of Yorba Linda. Line drive serve handled by Cadow. Now Mafucci sets Bishop. Schaefer, Dungo, back to Schaefer. A nice heroic dig there by Culpepper. She's still down, now gets up, and an attack goes long. Menlo regains the lead at 23-22 here in set number 4. We called it early on, folks. This is going to be a back and forth match. Can the Oaks force 5 here on their home court? Schaefer serve. Cadow. Mafucci back to Durant, off the Oaks block, give her the kill. She's just too good. 23 all. Pretz on. Mafucci off. Durant back to serve. 2 points for either team would win the set. Timeout on the floor, 23 all. You're watching Oaks Volleyball here on the Menlo College Sports Network. 23-all. Mariah Durant back to serve for Life Pacific. Either team 2 points away from taking this set. Durant serve. Herrera, Dungo, back set to Jaden Scott. It's still up in the air. Can Durant get it over? She can't. The Oaks will be serving for set point for some bonus volleyball. Jaden Scott back to serve. Mariah Pwetz on, Lanny Mafucci off. Or beg your pardon, the other way around. Mariah Pwetz off, Lanny Mafucci on. Jaden Scott back to serve. Can she send it to set 5? Bishop, Mafucci back to Bishop. It falls wide. We're going to set number 5. 25-23. The Oaks take set 4 and even it up at 2 sets apiece. We'll step aside for a quick break and be back for set 5. It's the Oaks. It's the Life Pacific Warriors. It's next on the Menlo College Sports Network. We return inside Haynes Prim Pavilion for a decisive set number 5 between the Life Pacific Warriors and your Menlo Oaks. Before that, let's take a look at the stats first for Life Pacific. Leading the way with 20 kills, Mariah Durant. 13 kills for Jordan Bishop behind her, and 10 from Hannah Cadow, 7 from Mackenzie Stewart. As a team, Life Pacific swinging at 17.5%. 24 assists for Lanny Mafucci, 21 for Mariah Pwetz, 4 service aces for Sydney Culpepper, and 26 digs for Sydney Culpepper behind her. 16 from Hannah Cadow, she has a double-double. 15 from Mariah Durant, she has a double-double. And 15 from Jordan Bishop, she has a double-double. 3 total blocks in the match for Life Pacific, including 3 of the 3 from Mariah Durant. For your Oaks, the kills leader Jaden Scott, 15 kills on 30 swings, only 2 errors. behind her. 10 from Moya Keko'oha, 9 from Kristen Whitney, and 5 from Nicole DiMartino. The Oaks swinging at 13.7%. 31 assists from Pamela Dungo. 4 service aces for the Oaks, 1 from Jaden Scott, 1 from Kristen Whitney, 1 from Janae Wooten, and 1 from Luciana Herrera. Diggs leader, that would be Pamela Dungo. She has 15. And the Oaks still without a block in the match. Teams take the court here for set number 5. We played a 15 in set 5, win by 2. Let's see who won the coin toss, who will have first serve. Teams will switch sides halfway between this set. The 6 on the court for the Oaks. Keko'oha, Briggs, Dungo, Scott, Whitney, and Schaefer. For the Warriors, it's Pinedo, Durant, Culpepper, Bishop, Mafucci, and Cadow. Now the Oaks will sub Briggs off for Luciana Herrera. She will serve first for the Oaks. Set 5 is just about underway. It'll be started by the junior out of Murrieta, California, Luciana Herrera. Her serve, handled there by Bishop. Now Pinedo is blocked. Can Light Pacific get it over? Culpepper sends it over her head and it's in. Now Dungo to Kristen Whitney, give her the kill. That's kill number 10 for Kristen Whitney. She's the 3rd Oak in double-digit kills to match the 3 for Life Pacific. Herrera holds serve as the Oaks lead it 1-0 here early in set 5. A floater, this one's handled by Culpepper. Now Mafucci to Durant. It falls just inbounds off that back line to even things up at 1 apiece. 21 kills for Mariah Durant. First time into the match, number 13, Amanda Belzel will check in for Hannah Cadow to serve. Belzel's numbers on the season is her serve. Falls in, Keko'oha, Dungo, back set to Whitney. Culpepper sends it over. Scott sends it down. And somehow, Light Pacific gets it over. Now Whitney slams it down for the kill. It's 2-1 Oaks. Belzel has 2 service aces to go along with 6 kills and 28 digs in her senior season. She'll stay on the court for Cadow. Belzel is a senior out of Glendora High School, Duarte, California, where she hails from. Bishop. And now a bad set there by Mafucci. Not many of those tonight. See, this time sets it over the net. Dungo to Jaden Scott. Mafucci this time sets Bishop. Keko'oha, Dungo to Schaefer. She flicks it over. Another heroic dig from Belzel. And Durant sends a free ball over. Dungo to Jaden Scott. Was there contact? Yes, there was. Give her the kill. 3-1 Oaks here in set 5, trying to build up the momentum early so they can get out of here with a 5-set victory. Kristen Whitney back to serve. Belzel, Mafucci, back set to Durant off the Oaks block. Give her the kill. 22 kills for Durant. Is now onto the floor, the middle blocker, Mackenzie Stewart, and Culpepper back to serve. Keko'oha, Jaden Scott, bump set to Schaefer, it goes long. We're tied up at 3 apiece. Culpepper holds serve. Belzel remains on the back line with her, as does Mafucci. Culpepper serves. Schaefer, Dungo. Schaefer just bumps it over the net. It's sent over by Bishop. Janae Wooten to Lauren Schaefer. Give her the kill as Schaefer now into conference play. Seems to be finding her footing offensively. She goes back to serve. A big game for Lauren Schaefer, who dresses libero for most of this season so far. Getting the starter outside hitter, she has 5 kills to her name. Cross-court service handled by Bishop. Mafucci to Stewart. Wooten gets the dig, and Keko'oha, it will fall wide. 4-4 between these two evenly matched volleyball squads. Mariah Durant back to serve. Mariah Pretz back on the floor for Lanny Mafucci. Serve handled there by Herrera. Dungo to Jaden Scott, give her the kill. 5-4. Substitute here, Mafucci back on for Pretz. And Herrera steps off the court for Abby Briggs. Jaden Scott back to serve. 5 serving for the Oaks. Bishop, Mafucci to Stewart, give her the kill. Back and forth we go. Cato back on for Belzel. And Pretz back on for Mafucci. Jordan Bishop back to serve. 5-all in set number 5. A sinker, service ace there. Coach Denise Sheldon clearly not happy with the handling of that serve by the junior Lauren Schaefer. Jordan Bishop holds serve, now ahead 6-5 here in set 5. Schaefer, Dungo, long back set, slammed down by Kei Karoha. Pretz off, Mafucci on, Whitney on Dungo, or Wooten off, Dungo back to serve. Moya Keiko'oha proving to be the Oaks' second wind in this match late. Dungo's serve tied up at 6 apiece. Culpepper, Mafucci, back set to Stewart. She punches it over the net. Herrera, Dungo to Keiko'oha. She sends it into the net looking for that cross-court attack. 7-6. Pinedo back on, Pretz back on, Stewart back to serve. Stewart, the freshman middle blocker. Her service. Herrera, Dungo to Keiko'oha. She's blocked, but it falls wide. Give her the kill, tied up at 7. And we see it just about every play now, every point. We'll see Mafucci on, Pretz off at the setter position. Keiko'oha back to serve, tied up at 7. Cadow, Mafucci, back to Cadow, she's blocked, but there's Culpepper. Now Mafucci sets Pinedo. Herrera, Dungo to Lauren Schaefer off the top of the block. Cadow gets the nice dig. Back set to Durant from the back line. That's a missile from Durant. 8-7, we'll switch sides. Step aside for a quick break. You're watching Oaks Volleyball here on the Menlo College Sports Network. We have switched sides here inside Haynes Prim Pavilion. Nicole DiMartino steps on for Lauren Schaefer. The Life Pacific Warriors holding on to a narrow 8-7 lead here in set number 5. Lanny Mafucci, the southpaw, serving. Herrera, Dungo to Kristen Whitney. It's a 50-50 ball. Keiko'oha keeps it alive and Dungo bumps it over the net. Mafucci, Culpepper, backline attack from Pinedo. Now Herrera, Dungo to Kristen Whitney. Off the hands of Culpepper, there's Bishop, now Cadow. DiMartino, Dungo, back to DiMartino off the block. There is Mafucci once more. Culpepper sets Cadow, it goes long. 8-all our score. The Oaks have tied it up at 8. Jaden Scott on. Luciana Herrera back to serve. And she has been fantastic behind the line so far in this match. The junior out of Murrieta starts it off with a cross-court slap. Bishop, back set to Cadow. Now here's Keiko'oha. Dungo to Jaden Scott off the top of the block. Culpepper. Now Durant, it goes off the hands of the Oaks block. Give her the kill. Feed the beast for Life Pacific as they keep going to Durant, and she keeps on rewarding them. 23 kills for Mariah Durant, the senior out of Orange. Amanda Belzel back on to serve. Her serve goes long to tie it up at 9 apiece. Still anybody's match here in set number 5. Kristen Whitney back to serve. Whitney down the line, handled by Bishop. Mafucci back set to Durant. The Oaks handle this one, and here comes an attack from Kay Koloha. Culpepper, Mafucci to Pinedo. Whitney, Dungo, back set to Jaden Scott, looking for some open space. There's Culpepper. Mafucci back to Durant again. Second time's a charm for her, makes it 10-9. Whitney off, Wooten on. Sydney Culpepper goes back to serve. The duo of these two seniors, Culpepper and Durant, they've been lights out. Keikoa, Dungo to Jaden Scott. She's blocked. Keikoa is there and has to just free ball it over. Belzel, Mafucci to Durant. That's 25 kills for her. Timeout on the floor called by Coach Denise Sheldon as the Oaks trail by 2 here in set number 5. We'll step aside for a break. You're watching Oaks Volleyball here on the Menlo College Sports Network. Coming out of the timeout, Lauren Schaefer back on the floor for Nicole DiMartino as the Oaks trail 9-11. Sydney Culpepper serving for Life Pacific. Culpepper's service. Keikoa, Dungo to Lauren Schaefer. There was Culpepper. Mafucci sets Jordan Bishop. Keikoa, Dungo to Jaden Scott off the top of the block. Another heroic dig from Culpepper, but Life Pacific can't get it over in 3 touches. It's 10-11. Lauren Schaefer back to serve for your Oaks. Can the Oaks tie it up or even pull ahead on the serve of Lauren Schaefer? The junior from Yorba Linda goes cross court, handled there by Bishop. And Life Pacific once again can't get it over the net. Tied up at 11. Lauren Schaefer, give her the service ace. 11 all. Schaefer's service. Cross court again. Belzel. Mafucci back set to Durant. She slams it down for the kill. 26 kills for Durant as she goes back to serve, and Pwett steps on for Mafucci. Mariah Durant. Floating serve. Herrera. Dungo. Long set to Keikoa off the top of the block, off the net, and Culpepper is able to get it over. Dungo. Once again a long set to Keikoa. It falls in. Give her the 12 all. Jaden Scott back to serve for the Oaks. 3 points away from notching GSAC win number 2 of 2019. Jaden Scott serve. Into the net, 13-12 Life Pacific. Belzel off, Cadow on, Pwetz on, Mafucci off, Bishop back to serve for Life Pacific. 13 serving 12. What do the Oaks have left in the tank? Bishop serves. Herrera, Dungo, back set to Keiko'oha. Too hot to handle, give her the kill. 13 all. And Pamela Dungo going back to serve as Kristen Whitney steps on the floor. Two points away are the Oaks. Can they do it on the serve of Pamela Dungo? She floats it over. Culpepper. Puetz back set to Stewart. Here come the Oaks. Schaefer to Whitney off the top of the block. Culpepper's there again. Mafucci sets Cadow. Give her the kill. 14-13. Oaks with their backs against the wall in this match. To serve, Mackenzie Stewart for match point. But first, a timeout called by Coach Denise Sheldon to freeze the server. We'll step aside for a break. You're watching Oaks Volleyball here on the Menlo College Sports Network. Mackenzie Stewart back to serve for Life Pacific. Match point here in set number 5. It's 14-13 in this hard-fought match. Her service, Herrera, Dungo, back set to Keiko'oha. We're not done yet. Keiko'oha makes it 14 all, and she goes back to serve. 2 points for the Oaks for the win. Moya's service, cross court, handled by Bishop. Mafucci sets Pinedo, it goes long! Moya Keiko'oha, back to serve. Match point for the Oaks. Coach Sheldon pleading with their team, calm down, no unforced errors. Keiko'oha serve, cross court. Cadow handles it and gets an attack. She's blocked. It's all over. Menlo takes the 5-set thriller. This team has no quit in it whatsoever. Down with their backs against the wall on multiple occasions. No quit. Menlo finds their second win to mark their second win of the GSAC season. That being said, watch out for this Life Pacific team. This is an up-and-coming program in the Golden State Athletic Conference. They're only graduating 2 seniors. Menlo will have to take them on one more time this year down in San Dimas. Look for this team to look for revenge. Take you through the stats before we head out of here for the weekend. Your kills leader for Life Pacific, Mariah Durant, 27 kills on 52 swings, only 5 errors. She swung at 42.3%. 13 kills for Jordan Bishop, 11 for Hannah Cadow. Those were the big 3 for Life Pacific. 33 assists from Lanny Mafucci, 21 from Mariah Puetz, 4 service aces Sydney Culpepper to go along with 35 digs, 3 total blocks from Mariah Durant. For your Oaks, their big 3, 17 kills Jaden Scott, 15 kills Moya Keiko'oha, 11 kills Kristen Whitney, 41 assists for Pamela Dungo, 5 service aces for the Oaks from 5 different players, Jaden Scott, Kristen Whitney, Janae Wooten, Lauren Schaefer, and Luciana Herrera. Your digs leader, Pamela Dungo, with 16, 15 each from Moya Keiko'oha and Luciana Herrera, and 13 from Lauren Schaefer. The Oaks had 1 block in the match, the duo of Kristen Whitney and Abby Briggs. that'll just about wrap it up for us here at Menlo College and for our week of coverage of all athletics. To end it, the Oaks down Life Pacific by a final score of 3-2. Oaks will be on the road next week, so keep an eye on that. On behalf of everyone here at Menlo College Athletics and my broadcast producer Isaiah Shigematsu, this is Ryan Barnett signing off. Thank you so much for tuning in, and go Oaks!